Alright, so before I actually begin this video, I have to say one very, very, very sad thing about the current state of online competitions. There's no incentive to really, really play them. Now, let me just reiterate what I said before, and let me just explain something before, people start screaming at me saying, "What are you talking about, David? You're talking about how we should be entering these online competitions and saying we should be trying our hardest. Now you're telling us there's no reason to play them. What are you talking about?" Alright, so let me just explain it as best as I can, because I've been competing in these online competitions since I actually physically wanted to start competing, at the competitive level. I started competing, in the Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire days, and let me tell you, those competitions were amazing. Not just in what what people use, but also because, well, the prizes were just worth it. But recently, especially starting in Sun and Moon, there's just no real incentive, especially now that we're in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. If we go back in time, we look at the first online competition, even outside of what we have here, in the USA. The first online competition that we all got involved with was the Johto and Alola Cup, and the only prize that we got was 50 battle points. Next online competition, the International Challenge, same thing, 50 battle points. I just selected everything. Ultra Sinnoh Classic, 50 battle points. International March Challenge, 50 battle points. Even for Japan Championship qualifiers was 50 battle points. The first online competition, I believe, was in Japan as well, and it was 50 battle points. That's all we're getting nowadays. Even now, the last one we had, the Ultra Kalos Classic competition, was 50 battle points, and the new one that's coming up now, the Ultra No Holds Barred competition, is only 50 battle points. At this point, I'm just wondering, Nintendo or Game Freak or whoever is making or designing these online competitions, have they just gotten bored? Have they just really gotten bored with what they're doing? Can't they do something, give us something else besides battle points? If we go back in time, if we go check some of the online competitions for for Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, I'll be talking a lot about Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. Some of the competition prizes that we got were just amazing. For starters, for the Battle of Hoenn, the first online competition for Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, the entry prize was a Rock Head Tyrant, Hidden Ability Tyrant, I believe it was. Then we got Generation Showdown next. Okay, that one was a little bit lame, 1,000 Pokemiles, but those 1,000 Pokemiles, they went a long way. I mean, you could buy a lot of rare candy with those back in those days. So for the next one, International Challenge, there was no entry gift, but it was mostly for those who were, really competing, really getting competitive, and, really trying their hardest. So there wasn't any other prize than, say, fame and glory or personal fame and glory. Next, Enter the Dragon, the Snow Warning, the Hidden Ability Amora. So that was a really cool prize. Hidden Ability Amora. Can you just imagine Hidden Ability Auroras running around? Oh my goodness. And then we got next competitions were mostly, outside of the USA, for the Nico Ultra Championship. There wasn't a prize for that one, but then again, that was mostly for, people really seriously competitive. The glory alone was the prize. Same thing for Japan Cup 2015. No prize there, just, personal fame and glory. International Challenge April, same thing, personal fame and glory. There was no prize there. But then we go into the Little Cup again, and we start getting more cool prizes. 1,000 Pokemiles. Same thing for International Tune. They decided to give us another 1,000 Pokemiles just for competing. Circle of Legend was again same thing, 1,000 Pokemiles, but for the Pikachu Cup was a Pikachu. So that was a pretty funny online competition. Everyone using Pikachus. Oh my goodness, so that is cool. But then we go for Kara challenge, and the entry gift was a Master Ball. That was an okay prize. Then we go into when we're going to the the big 6 meta of the online competitions, when we're going for those Primal, Groudons, etc., Xerneases on the same team. When we were getting into that competition, again, we were getting some cool prizes. Like for the first new season of the Primal battles, the first one was like 1,000 Pokemon. But then we go into the Spooky Cup, and not only did we get 10 rare candies from the Spooky Cup, and I believe we also got a Pokemon as well. I believe it was like Sly, I don't know, I believe it was Sly something, Sly Zoroark or so. I forget what it was actually. I think it was further on down. But then we got the Scrappy Skirmish. We get 1,000 Pokémons. The Festive Feud was a Delibird with like Happy Hour or so. Then we go further on down the line, 2016, when we're actually competing again. So once again, 2,000 Pokémons. That was a huge pile of coins we could get. Then we go to the Kanto Classic, Lance's Dragonite. You know, the Lance's Dragonite, the one with the barrier? Dragonite doesn't normally get barrier, and it got barrier. So that's the one, that was a really cool prize. I mean, I don't think other people will use it a lot, but, that was a really cool prize. 2016 International Challenge, basically you get what I'm saying about now. So many prizes along the line. And then we ended off with the Unova Classic with N's Darmanitan. What happened, Game Freak or Nintendo or whoever is doing these prizes? Couldn't you give us Pokemon like that? I mean, let's just look back for a second. Let's just pretend like we could rearrange some of the prizes. Let's just say for the Johto and Alola Pokemon. So, what could we have given out for the Johto and Alola? Well, I don't know, maybe we could give away perhaps like a hidden ability starter or so, like one of the hidden ability starters. So like say hidden ability Meganium, for example. I don't know if actually you can get them, but that would have been a really cool prize. Okay, so for maybe International Challenge, we could just stick with the 50 battle points, maybe for that. But for the Ultra Sinnoh Classic, we could have had, maybe another Cynthia's Garchomp, for example. Cynthia's Garchomp, or someone or another Pokemon, for example, for the Ultra Sinnoh Classic. Give us an incentive to want to compete in these online competitions, besides just battle points. I mean, if I really wanted to, I could go and get 50 times more battle points in under a week, and it wouldn't even take that much effort. Like, just give us something else. Give us an incentive. And then we have to wait like 2-3 weeks before we can even claim our prize? What's the point then? Just personal glory, I guess? I guess that's good enough for some people, but still, can you give us some better points? Not better points, but give us some better prizes? That's all I'm really saying about. If Nintendo or Game Freak or whoever is doing these online competitions, the one thing I just don't understand is why don't they give us any incentive? They have these really, really cool looking, online competitions that sound great in theory. But in practice, especially for the prizes, there's just no incentive. I mean, once again, 50 battle points? I can get that many battle points just from Mantine surfing. But in any case, I hope you guys all think about this for a moment. I mean, I'm not one to tell Game Freak what to do, but all I would like is them to give us a little something extra, just to, give us something extra. I mean, like, once again, we go back in time. Whitney's Miltank for the Johto Classic. The Flash Clash got 2,000 battle points. I don't know what people got for the Japan Champion 2016 competition, but I actually forget if there was another competition that we also got something else. Like, I swore there was another competition. I believe it was also the Spooky Cup where I got my first online competition prize. It was like a Zoroark that had like Sludge Bomb. That is another thing I would really like them to do. Just give us a Pokemon that has a move that it doesn't normally learn. That would be really, really cool. I mean, can you just imagine if Garchomp learned, like, say, I don't know. Let's just pretend for a moment that Garchomp could learn something. Can you just imagine a Garchomp learning Ice Hammer? Just Ice Hammer? I'm just spitballing an idea here. In any case, I hope you guys learned something from this video. I hope you guys, you know, hope that in the future when they do these online competitions, that they, you know, put a little more thought into the prizes. That's all I'm asking. Just give us a little something more than just battle points from now on. Or at least more than just 50. More than just 50. I hope you guys learned something. Hope you guys thought about it. I believe this is the 4th time I'm saying this now. Enjoy your time. Enjoy the video, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.
When you've reached the point where you can't go on, just come to me, you'll be safe from harm. If you trust in me, then I'll trust in you. There's nothing more that I need to do. If you put your hands in front of mine, we'll be shining through one at a